here, but take some photos, some portraits of the bike, and then rip some laps.
Oh, you're really him, huh?
Yeah. Snake stick.
Look how shiny your tires are.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now go down and do a shoulder press.
What is that?
Like up and down with the stick. Oh, nice. Yeah, you feel that? I want to see your best left-handed throw.
Left-handed?
Well, are you left-handed or right?
Left-handed.
No, yeah, I knew you were.
Thank you.
That's a body act.
Oh, that was
good.
good. That was good.
You actually kind of looked like you had it too.
Yeah, but I threw
Jesus.
What do you think of this location, Dario?
I love it. It reminds me a bit of my childhood. I was here once when I was a small boy. We did exactly the same thing. We did some photo shooting, but not with a professional photographer. It was more like my mother standing in the corners and taking the photos. So yeah, it's always nice to come back here and rip the trails.
Yeah, today we did some shooting for the media. We are about to release new kit, new bikes here in G-Spot, Stellenbosch. It's a world famous spot, I would say. So yeah, cool day. We train in the morning and then now this activity. Long days, but super cool days to be with the team now.
No.
I think he knows what he does. It looks like a bit amateurish, to be honest. He already had to correct his hair. It's
not gonna be the same for you?
for sure it's gonna be the same.
I like it. I like the combination of new bike, new kid. It's more colorful, so probably will be a bit easier to spot us in the TV, especially the bike. I think it's a nice refreshment to have a bit more colors on the bike, and I like it.
Yeah, I actually had one of the best winters in recent memory, I would say. So last season was definitely a struggle for me, and then we also found out I had some lingering health issues. So I first started with a proper off-season. I stayed away from the bike for 5 weeks. When I restarted training, I instantly felt quite good, which is not always the case if you don't train for 5 weeks. And ever since then, I've been able to train consistently, feel the way I want to feel in training. I feel very fresh in the mind and in the body, which is quite nice.
How many push-ups can you do?
I don't know. I haven't done push-ups in a long time.
Okay, that's good for me.
How many do you think you can do?
Over 30 probably.
Okay, let's go. I'm not sure if I can do 30.
No?
No.
1.
Oh, we go one by one?
Yeah.
Okay.
First impressions in South Africa. Beautiful spot. It's super crazy coming here from Canadian winter because it is full-on summer here. It is 40 degrees every day, dry, hot, dusty, but no, it's been super nice first week here.
Yeah, but Dries, your nose has to touch the grass.
Yo. Am I going deeper than Carter? Yeah, you're going deeper, bro.
Quite a bit.
Yo. Fuck you,
What are you at? 15. 16.
I'm struggling.
18.
No, but come on, Dries.
One more to catch up.
Come on, Dries.
20.
You cannot lose against Carter. Come on, Dries.
Come on, Dries, just push the floor away.
Come on. Carter was already. Oh,
Yo!
How many did he do?
What do you say to your performance? Are you happy?
I'm not a professional athlete,
Yeah, I saw that. We just arrived here, and yeah, we'll do a safari. We're quite excited to hopefully see some animals. Hopefully luck is on our side today. Let's see.
Welcome to my ride. You're supposed to go,
sorry.
Dario.
I wanted to give you a space.
Thank you. That was sick.
Yeah.
I got to see 4 of the big 5. Well, I guess I saw the big 5, including Dario Lila. But overall, great experience.
What did you think, Kevin?
It's pretty sick. Yeah, I was stoked to see an elephant up close. Came and say hello to us. You left it on your bike and it's on.
What does that mean?
We're already 4 minutes late.
And whose fault is it?
We do a longer training session today, probably something between 4 to 5 hours. I think we will explore some new trails, or I'm trying to show them some new trails. So
How many coffee stops?
I think today is more about water stops. I think that will be the more crucial stops that we need. Garmin says at the moment it's 9 o'clock in the morning and 27 degrees, so we will hit the 30 degrees for sure today.
Are you gonna outride these boys, McKay?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do, to be honest.
Hey!
They try pretty hard, but like, you know, nothing for an amateur like me. And then when you see sock setups like this here, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
what are we... Oh my god, did you just...
I think I showed last year that I can have some pretty good XCCs, so I'd like to get on a podium in the XCC and then have some better results in the XCOs, top 15s. My highest goal would be getting to that top 10.
Ending up on a World Cup podium, that's definitely something that I would like to re-achieve again. There's a few races that I target for that, but then also World Champs, being in Val di Sole, a race where I've been on World Cup podiums before. That's the biggest race of the year for me, that I will prepare really in detail. And then the week before is also the World Cup in Alger. So those two are, I would say, the most important race block of the year for me.
My goal for this season is I want to be a consistent top 10 rider. I want to hit a top 3 in the short track. Yeah, the World Champs, European Champs are 2 races that I will try to focus on and probably go for good results there.
How was your ride, Carter?
Hot. Very hot.
Yeah.
And dusty.
How was it for you, Dario?
Warm.
But good?
Yeah.
Today we're doing a bit of a race simulation, so it'll be 2 laps with like a 12 to 14 minute loop. We're gonna do some kind of just practicing pacing, wheel changes with the mechanics, feeding, that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, we only have two of our riders here today. Jens has come down with a bit of an illness, and Alan's away racing skinny tires. Where is Alan? Alulu. We're doing 1 practice lap. What have we talked about?
Communication.
Being faster earlier on in practice.
How many laps are they doing total?
5 to 6. Today, though, we break you.
You break me.
Yeah.
Is it?
Riders ready? The race will start within 15 seconds. Go! Come on, lads! Push, 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 push!
He started so hard. Like
Right when he's like, I'm so done, and we hit the straight.
yeah,
and
I'm
he's
like,
standing up.
we're starting, and I'm like, he's literally sprinted out of every turn. What were you doing that for?
I wanted to give it back to Carter.
That's not what we're here to do. That's not how this works. You had one job. Listen to me. Do you see why it's good to practice this stuff?
Because, oh yeah, but like, I see why it's good to practice this, but I had the feeling like in the last lap we practiced it way better than the first 4 laps.
I think the first 2 laps you just didn't like it because you weren't in control.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to work on.
I don't like that.
I know.
I like to have my control.
I know. That's what I'm trying to break.
Like, I saved a bit in the first 4 laps because I knew it will be a shakedown in the last one, and got it on the line, so happy with today.
What about you, Carter?
Yeah, pretty good. Just riding fast with Dario, I guess. I gotta say, I really enjoyed myself today.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
When you get tired, your elbows go like this, and you start turning with your knee again. You don't lean the bike, you just try to turn the knee, and that's what like you feel on the main descent. There's a few corners where the bike just completely stood up because you didn't have the consistent pressure on the tires. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. We're working on this exact thing. Mario, this is what you look like from when I ride behind you. It's like left turn, you're like.